Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. I'm going to do a general reading for the collective, and I have smudged, I have shuffled. One card that popped up was that I thought resonated was a time for healing. A time for healing. Alright, well, if you're new to my channel, please click the like button, subscribe button. It would really help me to get my channel going. Let's start with an animal card. Let's get the general read. Oof, 3 animal cards popped up. Release is on the bottom of the deck. Ooh. What is it? It's a time for releasing something, right? A time for healing, learning, loyalty, connection, and work. Ooh, interesting. All right, well, what I'm getting here is perhaps you've released something. You might have gotten laid off or fired from a job, or you quit a job, and you're just kind of trying to release that energy from that work environment, from that work, from the connections. Perhaps you've made connections at work. Perhaps you're loyal to your job, but you may want to either learn and grow from it or heal and move on. Let's get some energy read here for this. You never know what kind of messages we're going to get here. It seems like over the course of your job or your work, you've made some connections during your time there. I believe you probably spent a lot of time there at your work. You might have worked there for a few years. You were loyal to them, and you learned a lot. But you're moving on, I think. I think you're releasing them. And whatever toxic work environment it was, you're releasing and healing it. Stop. Right? I just definitely feel like, oh, there's one underneath. Disruption in reverse. You're just stopping the disruptions from this. And the anger, that's in reverse. Like, you don't want to be angry anymore, right? You need to find balance. You're trying to be cautious. You don't want to enter that kind of work environment again, right? You don't want anger or hostilities, or you don't want to be made to feel that way, so you're just being cautious right now. You're trying to find balance in your life. Maybe you're looking towards creative options when it comes to making money. Let's get a time frame here. What happens next? I just feel like you're definitely leaving a work situation that caused a lot of stress and frustrations. I know it resonates with me anyways. I'm definitely looking towards more creative options right now. Let's see. What do we have for the collective spirit? What is the time frame on this? What's next? Let's look at this one here. Meditate and contemplate, right? Right now is just a time to reflect on the options, right? Energy gaining momentum in reverse. You've definitely stopped the energy of this. Right now, you're just taking time to reflect and heal. Let's get some more messages, Spirit. Spirit, more messages on this, please. Ooh, we got compassion. Tread a little more tenderly, right? And on the bottom of the deck, silence. Listen more and quiet be. Again, just meditate and contemplate on this for a while. Just kind of let it digest before you make any moves, before you decide on new beginnings. Just tread a little more tenderly, because, you know, the other party involved in this, because I'm sure there's another party here, they may feel completely different about everything, you know. Ooh, I just felt like something is here, like there's an arrival. Like the time's gonna come, right, where you're gonna have to face up to these people. I just feel like it's winter time, you know. Sometimes we get laid off work, or we want to quit a job because it's making us unhappy, you know. So I think before you make any final decisions, just think on it a little bit, you know. I mean, you've learned a lot there, but I definitely feel like there was some hostilities at work. I do believe that this is a work reading with the beaver card. I mean, being industrious. I think you were good at your job, perhaps. What wants to come out? This one? Oof, but you didn't love it. This love was in reverse. I mean, perhaps in the beginning you loved it. You wanted it to work. You had high expectations. But again, this isn't a love read for sure. I don't think that you were happy at your job or place of work, or the work that you were doing. You know, it's really important to like your work for sure. Let's get some tarot on this now that we have like a basis for the reading. Spirit, angels, guides, what do you have for the collective on this reading here? Seems to be work related. This seems to be a work read. And like I said, for me, at the same time, oh, like you just want to get off that merry-go-round. I don't know if you can see it. She's on like a goat, right? Maybe you were the and the rabbit right next to it. It's kind of like a merry-go-round. This is the Three of Cups, but in reverse. Like, ooh, right? Someone at your job. Perhaps they were afraid of you because you were good at your job, and it caused some jealousy, I think. And you're just getting away from that. It's kind of toxic behavior. Three of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you weren't happy there for sure. Maybe you were their scapegoat, right? Every time there was a problem, they might have blamed it on you. Oh, this one flipped out. King of Cups on the fence, coming out sideways. They want you to stay. They don't want you to quit your job. Ooh, we got the Four of Wands here, right? They wanted you to be happy. I think they liked having you there. They would be happy if you didn't quit and if you would come back. Perhaps if you are laid off, they're hoping that you come back in the spring, right? I mean, I'm laid off for the winter, and they're definitely assuming that I'm coming back. This is my own personal take on it. This is a collective read, so take it how it resonates for you. It might resonate totally different for you. But this King of Cups, like I said, is on the fence. Like he wants this to be a working situation here, whoever your boss is. When they're in a place of authority, they tend to be in their masculine, so take it how it resonates. This High Priestess just kind of flipped out sideways, along with this Death card here. And like I said, endings bring new beginnings, right? And you're kind of on the fence too. You've just been meditating on this. and thinking about all the problems that have went on in that job situation or work situation, and you're on the fence. This is the High Priestess sideways. She's thinking about it, right? Yeah. She's thinking about it, and she's got a crow squawking in her ear. Perhaps you're just waiting to hear and how it all goes down, right? You're just kind of letting your intuition guide you, really taking your time to think about this, to see if this is going to work or not, right? And with the death card sideways, you know, it could go either way. It could literally go either way. You could either leave this situation and have a new situation, or just come back reborn with a better take on it. And you know, if this is a situation where you are laid off for a seasonal deferral and you're just trying to decide if you want to go back to that kind of working environment, or if there's anything done that could be made better so that this could be a happy situation for you. Because as I see it, you weren't happy. You learned a lot too, right? Who the deceivers are, who's got your back, who doesn't. And you just want to release all that negative energy and emotion, right? But you don't want to do it out of anger, right? You don't want to be disruptive. You're just kind of keeping it to yourself, I see. You're just kind of meditating on it. Here we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. And they got a whale. It's like, oh, but in reverse, huh? Yeah. You don't really feel that you're well suited to this. Like, it doesn't inspire you. It doesn't inspire your creativity or your passion, right? And you've been thinking on this and meditating on it for a while. In the reverse, we have the King of Wands in reverse. Like, neither people are speaking on this, whether right here, nothing has been spoken about yet, right? Let me get another time frame on this. Oof. It's new start coming, but it came out in reverse. Yeah, you're not sure if you want a new start with this, right? That's what I'm getting here. I mean, you probably quit your job because it didn't bring you happiness. Or if you're like me, you waited until you had the opportunity to get laid off so you can really meditate on all this and focus on what you want to do in the future. We have Venus here, right? You can take this time to focus on what you love. What is it that you love? What brings you passion? You know? Because you have this time on your hands right now to think on this, to really just focus on what's going to bring you happiness and joy. What is it that you want to celebrate? Moving forward, especially if it's with your work. We got the Moose. Stand strong. Honor your right to be. A couple of leaves. I think you have time. You have time to think and meditate about all of this. I think you have at least a couple of months. And then you may want to think about if you want to go back to this work employment. I don't know how long you're laid off for, but I'm just getting the number 2. 2 months, 2 weeks, through till the end of the holidays. I'm not really sure. But take the time to really reflect and think about what you want. You may want to explore other work options. I have a honeybee here. You know, if they're not reciprocating, if you don't reciprocate their happiness or your happiness when it comes to this employment, what I'm seeing here is just do what makes you happy, right? And where does the power come from? The power comes from within. So I think right now is the time to go within, reflect on everything, and focus on what's going to make you happy going forward. Thank you, and have a wonderful rest of your day.